Feral pig.
Hello, and welcome to the Snake Oil biannual. So every 2 years we'll do this Pokemon Sun and Moon podcast. Before we get into all the news, we got Brandon Moffat with us.
Hello.
Brandon Pye with us.
He doesn't matter.
And Caleb Phillips. That's me. So what are you guys' stop touching each other. I'm trying to what's you guys' initial reaction to Pokemon Sun and Moon?
Beautiful.
It is probably going to be my favorite gen.
Same. I feel the same way about it.
I don't think it's going to be my favorite gen, but I still think it's going to be pretty damn pretty.
Okay, so top of the features. We're going off. If you want to go along with us with the news, we're on the Bulbapedia Pokemon Sun and Moon page. We're going in that order. Okay, so what do you guys think about the Rotom Pokedex?
I don't know how I feel. Like, I think it's cool and all, but I feel like it's going to be annoying like Navi is in the Zelda series.
See, but from what I've seen about it, like, they showed about 45 minutes of gameplay, unless they turned it off.
Yeah.
He had the Pokedex at that point,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't pop up at all saying, hey.
Hey. I think it's going to work a lot similar. Did they say it was going to work a lot similar to like the way it does in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby?
No, what do you mean?
Like with the bottom screen, you know, where you have like the map.
They're still going to have all that
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but no,
on
but
the bottom
like,
screen-
he's going to have all of that and more.
Yeah, and you can set waypoints, which makes me
What?
think...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
you set waypoints, which makes me think, oh, maybe there's going to be more exploration in this Pokemon
You can have
game.
more than one?
I think it's one. I don't know. All they've shown
I
off
hope
is
it's
one.
more than one. Because I like games that do that. Because
And-
I like to look at places, say, I want to explore that shit.
Mhm.
And then just fucking go on.
Yeah. So, and it also adds the QR scanner.
Yeah, it's got the QR
The
scanner.
QR
for-
scanner, so you could basically just scan a QR code to fill in your Pokedex.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't. That's
I think that's
the
going
one
to be
thing.
bad because there's going to immediately just going to be
It's
a
not
website.
all. They said they're probably going to do it for exclusives.
Exclusive.
Exclusives. Well,
Like-
that's
like,
still.
It's going to be like, you know how they had, what's a Pokemon that's in Alpha Sapphire that's not in Omega Ruby? Sharpedo.
No,
would be-
Sharpedo's in there. It's Survivor.
Survivor. You would be able to get Survivor
Mhm.
in your Pokedex.
And
But
Zangoose.
you wouldn't be able to get...
Well, I mean that just kind of takes away the
Yeah,
point
it takes
of
the whole
trading.
point
You
of,
can still trade.
hey, you and your friends get both different versions. So
Well, you
have to
still want
complete
it,
game.
but that's just a way to do it where for people who, don't have friends.
Yeah.
Well, fuck them.
Well, and it
you
can
should be
also
playing Pokemon if you don't have friends.
Oh, and reading right here, it also also says the QR scanner can also be used to receive event Pokemon such as Magearna.
See?
So it's also gonna be how they release, instead of making you type in a 25-digit code,
You can just...
you
take a
just take a picture.
And they're probably not going to be region locked then.
All right, so new forms. So yeah, there's gonna be the Zygarde 10% and complete form in
Why
this
does it
game.
only go to 10% and then complete?
Well, okay, so there's the cores, which is a little one that Bonnie has
The
in
cell.
anime, and then there's cells and cores.
Yeah.
Cores has
A red and a blue.
Bonnie has a core, and then there's a bunch of cells.
There's
Oh.
red and blue, and those are cores.
Mhm.
There's cells, which are all green, and then it goes to 10%, which
10%, which is the dog. It looks like a Doberman. And then 50%.
That's the dog it was. I was always trying to figure out what dog it was. Is it
50% is the one you can find base game X and Y,
X and Y, and
then
you have to
complete
do.
form is like the big dude.
You have to do the new move that he has,
No, you have to get it's when you're below 50% health.
and do that move too.
No, you don't have to do the move.
It's just 50% health.
Just 50% health. It's his ability.
Oh, because every time I see it, they do the move and they
Well,
transform.
because they're trying to show off the move.
Well, I was thinking that because just like how the more stuff we'll get into in a minute.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Battle Royale?
Our friend Anthony's
Anthony
gonna
is
hate
going
us.
to get dicked on.
Yeah, we've already decided.
It's gonna
Fuck
be,
Anthony.
Yeah,
Everybody
Anthony.
we don't care who wins. Fuck Anthony.
Oh, I know what he can do though.
What?
So I'm gonna go ahead and jump just a little bit with that new Pokemon that has the priority moves. That's how he's gonna get us. We're gonna try and priority attack him, and he's gonna
Or-
have a Pokemon.
I'm not gonna try. I'm just
Or
gonna like
we
hyper
all
beam the
just have
fuck
the
out of
same
him.
priority Pokemon.
Yeah, everybody has a Braxis.
We're just like, well, this is awkward.
I like it. We've always wanted a free for all type battle. And
Yeah,
they've seen people do it. Like they just do double battles and
Yeah,
then
we
they
tried
attack
that.
everybody.
But that's kind of it's
Hey,
kind
hey,
of hard
that,
to
you
plan.
know,
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to
you
plan
have
the
to-
double earthquakes on 2 flying types. Remember that?
We
Butterfree
we
and
talked.
Charizard.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, let's continue on then. Oh yeah, well let's get into let's not continue on actually. So the way they're gonna set it up is like the first person to have all the Pokemon faint
Loses.
is the loser, and then that's the end. It's based off how much damage you do and how many Pokemon
You have left.
you fainted. Alright, so compatibility is going to work with Pokemon Bank still, and you can get your Generation 1 virtual console games to Pokemon
Oh,
Sun
so
and
that
Moon.
means you can get
My Machamp with no guard and
Yeah.
Fissure.
Well,
They're probably going to find a way around that.
I'm sure
oh
they
no,
will.
they're not.
Where
It just won't be viable for online.
Yeah. Alright, so finally to the big part of it. New Pokemon. Let's start with the starters. Go around. Who's your favorite starter?
Rowlet. Rowlet is the best still. I love him.
Rowlet is absolutely adorable, but I have to go with Litten just because of cats.
Litten, same. But I do
He's gonna
respect.
be lit, dude.
Hashtag is getting lit in here.
Oh,
It's getting lit in here. And then there's Poplio, which I like. A lot of people don't like him. And
I
and
think he's gonna turn out.
he's
like,
growing on
evolve.
people.
He's gonna evolve to be like just like it type thing, just like a fucking scary ass clown.
I have no really negative thing to say about Poplio.
Yeah,
he just wasn't my favorite. I never had a problem.
He's growing on a lot of people, which I think a lot of this generation has been doing.
Yeah.
And then, so there's a lot of speculation. Rowlet's gonna stay grass flying. A lot of people think.
Mm-hmm.
Litten's gonna be fire ground, and then Poplio's gonna be
ground. Has there been a fire ground?
water
Like
fighting.
camera up and stuff.
Oh,
And I think Poplio's gonna be water fighting, but none of that is confirmed.
I think Litten should turn into a firefighting.
Oh,
Kill
God,
yourself.
another one?
Kill yourself.
Are you serious? If anything, he needs to be Fire Dark.
I like.
would be a really. It goes with his edginess.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
an
name him
edgelord.
Edge Cat. So
Yeah, personally, me and Caleb kind of had this whole idea that Fire Poison starter.
And then they release another fire poison, which we'll get to.
Yeah, but we still think Fire Poison starter. That would have been
And
really good.
now there's a lot of speculation that Poplio is gonna be water fairy.
yeah, in
because-
the trailer,
Really?
in the trailer,
because
he got
he-
Disarming Voice.
Yeah, the first move he
Oh.
learns is disarming voice.
And I think maybe 2 Pokemon that aren't fairy types learn a fairy type move.
well, Eevee can learn it, but that's
But
also
he can also
to
turn into
turn
Sylveon.
into that. So yeah.
And it requires a fairy move to turn into one.
And then there's Rockruff.
I love Rockruff.
He's so fucking adorable.
He is.
The
he is.
only thing-
Actually, I like his design because he's a rock type.
Look at his
but
little poof.
He honestly, to me, he looks just like Eevee, just more in a dog form. Because Eevee's always kind of like,
Bark.
look like kind of more like a cat to me. So
no,
What?
it's like a fox. It's like a cat.
no, it's not like a fox.
Dude, you
What
just
is
said
Eevee
looks like
supposed to
a
be then?
fox, and he
Like
looked like
a-
a
like a
cat.
little
Cats
dog.
and foxes are both on different families.
No,
Eevee's a
cats
little
and foxes
dog.
are closer than dogs and cats. That's what I'm getting at. I was like, it's like
yeah, but a
that
fox
kind-
is still like under
It
the
looks more of
canine.
a fox.
A fox
That's
acts
what
like a cat, but it's still
Yeah.
a canine.
But yeah, that looks
Hatred
like
aside.
a dog version of a Eevee.
But what I like about it is these 4 Pokemon right here. They say have something special to do with the bond between them and their trainer. So there's something about those 4 Pokemon that's special about
Did
the
they
story.
say that?
It's in his when they revealed him in Korokoro.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So they are bringing the whole thing like with Ash and Greninja.
Well,
into
that-
They
this,
might.
right?
That's a lot of
that's-
speculation.
Yeah, that's kind of been already around. That's the break thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Break point.
Which
So-
I don't mind the idea.
I mean, I don't know. Because we just got Mega Evolution, so
Yeah, I feel like
I'd
they should
rather
do
have
more with Mega Evolution.
Evolutions
Yeah,
than that.
more about Mega Evolution.
Yeah,
than,
I think they're only doing this
Because
for
you would have to put in both
if
the
they do
data
it,
for more new Mega Evolutions, and then put even more data in for more, mega evolutions, I guess.
Well, it's kind
I
of
don't
like
think-
they had Mega Evolutions, and then they in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they added, what was it, Primordial?
Primal
Primal
reversions.
Evolution? Primal Reversion?
reversions.
Yeah, Primal
only thing
Evolution.
Yeah, but that was only for 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And this is only for 4.
Yeah. And plus, this whole thing about break, like if you watch the anime, it's not when Greninja is first thrown out, he turned into it. It's when he takes damage and he's like at the very. It's like the affection, how like it held on because of its love for its trainer or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like that and less of a mega. So it's more like in a critical situation.
I guess what they could do is have that for normal Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pokemon that have that, when they would do the stuff like that, it turns into it.
Yeah, and I like the idea of like starters and maybe one other Pokemon
Like
in
with
the region.
First route.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Rockruff is going to be a first route Pokemon.
Well, he's one of the first ones you see though. Remember in the trailer, you walk out the thing and he's right there.
Well, you see him there, but he was a pet.
True. I mean, we don't know yet. We'll see where he's at. But if he's one of the first route
boy.
Pokemon.
And then, okay, so now to one of my favorite, which I still call Nekawala, but his English name is officially Komala. He is fucking adorable.
He has one of the craziest abilities I've heard.
It's oh my
Yeah.
god, that's
He
gonna
can-
piss
he
me
can
off. More
Only
than
been
you
he can
even
only be
imagine.
affected by sleep. So you can only use sleep powder, hypnosis, and that's the only other move, right? To put you to sleep.
Just about Sing.
Sing. Those are
Yawn.
the only moves that and yawn. Those are the only moves that can affect him status wise. Anything else,
And then you
he
can
shakes
still
off.
run him with like sleep talk or.
Yep, and he can have sleep talk.
Mm-hmm.
So that means he'd be a really good rest.
Good god.
And I
Dude,
hope
that's
he
gonna
evolves.
be Anthony's first thing.
Well, that's like a counter to his first thing. He likes Gengar.
Yeah, he likes Gengar,
to,
which is asleep.
he likes to play a Gengar that puts you to sleep.
Oh man.
And sleep
So,
talk's
like,
gonna be a
So
huge
what
counter.
if I don't know? Does that mean he could use Gengar, put that to sleep, and then go off with that?
He can, but I don't. We'd have to look at movesets first.
Yeah.
To see how, and we'd have to see.
I just
stats.
feel like it's something that Kray's Mastermind would do.
And from what I read about Komala, the reason he can't be burned or paralyzed or
Because he looks like he just doesn't
poison.
give a fuck.
it's because once you have one status condition, you can't get another, right? So he's
You can't
always
get, like paralyzed and
you can't get- you
confused.
Well,
can't-
yeah,
Well,
but
you
you
can
can
get confused.
switch them though.
confusion.
right?
Is confusion
I was gonna say, I was
a
like-
status effect?
Technically, yes, but I don't think it pops up as a status.
It doesn't.
The 5 statuses are burn, paralyzed, frozen, sleep, and there's one more, and I'm forgetting it.
But well, it's because he's always technically.
Sick? No, that's other
Sick.
RPGs.
Did you say sick?
It's because he's always technically asleep. He's like half.
What are you doing over there?
He's
I'm
still trying to
thinking-
figure him out.
I'm missing one. It's
Calm
getting on my
down. We
nerves.
got this.
Now to the Pokemon that's gonna make Pokemon great again. Young Goose, Donald J. Trump.
Dude, he looks like a possum that was bit by something, grew a bunch of like extra fur, and
Yeah,
is now a ferret.
you know, he's not from.
Wow, that's hot.
The weird thing about his Pokemon, his background is he's not from Alola. They brought him. They brought him from a different region
To scare off a Pokemon.
to scare off a different Pokemon.
Yeah, so it's like there's what's that bug bean you talked about?
I'd be
compared to-
scared of that shit too. Look at him.
Yeah.
Looks like he's about to build a wall around me. Like, oh my god.
He's building a wall around the Pokemon they want out of there.
That's
It
great.
makes sense.
A lot of people. I don't know why it made me mad. I don't think it made me mad. It's just like every time somebody said, it's like, really, dude. Like they think he's gonna evolve into Zangoose, just because of his name.
Young Goose, Zangoose. I didn't even think of that. It didn't.
I
But
don't know.
design-wise-
I like Zangoose because he's so
I like
fluff.
Zangoose too, but then I feel like they feel obligated.
Well,
To
maybe
make a
it could be
Survivor
like, it could
pre-evolution.
be like related to it in a way.
Maybe
like
related.
The Poké entry could say that like their two species like
But
live together, but then that wouldn't make sense because you said they brought him in to scare all the Mexicans away.
yeah,
So,
but what I don't
no-brainer, they're Pokemon.
Pokemon.
what I don't understand is like, if that was true, why wouldn't they done that in the Omega Ruby remake?
Yeah, I figured. Well,
You know, like they give it a. I mean,
well,
yeah, I
remake-
guess it's a
remake-wise,
remake.
they wouldn't
Yeah.
have done that.
I guess they could be doing. I don't know. It's a slim chance, but they could be doing the thing that me and Anthony want them to do again, to where there's going to be a second region.
A second
Like,
region.
you could
I
go-
feel like they're gonna let you go back to Kalos.
I
Like
hope
I
so.
feel like
because
that,
I
but this
love
is also
Kalos to death.
it's also
I
gonna
love
be
it.
its own full game. Like a lot of people thought it was gonna be half set in Alola and then take you to Kalos. I didn't like that idea.
No.
I
I
like
like
the idea of half a game.
well, like the story would finish in
Yeah.
Southern Kalos, which you didn't go to in X and Y, did you?
I don't think so.
And then next Pokemon, my mind went
I'm trying
completely
to think
blank.
of
Next Pokemon, Picky Peck. We saw him as a wireframe during the announcement of Pokemon Sun and Moon.
and I love
He
him.
looks like Mordecai and Margaret's baby.
He does. I love him. I absolutely love Pick-a-Peck.
He's a woodpecker.
He's gonna turn. Oh,
He's become one of my favorite.
he is. I just saw him. I saw him as more of a hummingbird for some reason.
Yeah.
Have they shown his animation? Does he go like, or does
As
he like
fast as
go
he can?
flap?
He's
flap?
slow. I
Okay,
think
so yeah, he is.
he's a woodpecker.
Yeah, he's a woodpecker.
So we can name him Pecker.
Yes.
No, Pokemon will not allow that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listen to Thomas playing.
And he's like his design reminds me a lot of Starly.
Yes, and I love Starly. Starly's
Charlie's super.
the only thing I didn't like about Starly
Mega
was,
Starly.
which me and Caleb had already talked about this.
Is there a Megastar?
No.
Wait, there's that
Staraptor.
Megastar?
That's Mega Starly, dude.
Stop. He's not even at Staraptor yet. But anyway, me and Caleb had already talked about it. We are because we read something about them might having shiny locked starters. And
Yeah.
we were like, thank God, because I don't want to see anything green. I don't
Oh
want
my
to see
God.
anything gold.
I don't know what Nintendo's problem is in making all like shiny Pokemon look like fucking boogers, but they need to stop that.
Like
'Cause,
some
like-
aren't bad, but there's a lot like Espeon. Why is Espeon
Espeon's just
green?
a pure ass booger, and I don't like that. That's nasty, and they need like there's so many different things that Espeon could have looked that made it look so much cooler, especially with the little dot on its head.
Yeah.
Like something that could like be friends with that, not gross ass green.
I wonder if that was an Easter egg now. Carbuncle.
What do you mean?
Carbuncle was green in the original ones
What are you talking about?
for Espeon. They could have made that an Easter egg
What?
Final
for
Fantasy?
Final Fantasy because Carbuncle was
Well,
green.
Yeah, but
It's the same way because they changed the thing to red.
This is
I
a
guess-
this is a Pokemon podcast.
yeah,
Can we
you're
get-
getting off topic. You need to
can we
leave
get
the room
back
for
on-
a few minutes.
Can we get back on topic? All right. So next Pokemon, which I'm loving this
love
bug evolution line.
I love this.
Grubbin, Charjabug, and Vikavolt.
Well, Grubbin,
I
it's
think
like a fine delicacy.
it looks like you fry them up on the street.
You're just gonna find them just on the pavement, just like sizzling. You're like,
They're not.
just tap with your Pokemon.
They're not even.
Got it.
They're not even there to catch you. Eat them. You have to find a Charjabug if you
like
want to catch
Slowpoke Tails and Kanto
it. Is there even a way to buy those?
in real life.
No. In the game, there's like a guy who will sell it to you.
No,
No,
like
because you gotta make 1 million Pokédollars, right? It's 1 million.
It's the same as a bike, and you can't receive that much.
yeah,
You can never get that
it's
high.
impossible.
Oh yeah, because in Y I got 999,999.
You maxed out the money.
Yes,
Why?
because like I never bought anything. I just go through in a train Pokemon.
Oh my god,
All right, and Charjabug. Everybody thought he looked like a bus.
he is a bus. Look
I
at him.
saw him looking at a battery almost immediately, but I can
saw-
see the
Battery?
bus. I can see because that's what he is. He's a battery.
I see Volkswagen.
He's a 9-volt battery.
I see either a bus, a battery, or those cars, the soul cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
toasters.
ew, the cubes.
Yes, the cubes.
Oh,
that's what they're called.
if I ever see anybody driving
saw-
one,
Oh my
I-
god!
if I know
anybody
anybody,
in this group drives one of those, I will
Would-
probably light you on fire.
well, I'll cover your face with a pillow, smother you in your sleep
You know the
for your own good.
You know the Volkswagen vans? That's what I saw it as.
Yeah, I
One of the
mean I can
Volkswagen
see it
vans, the
because
long
like
ones?
Oh, yeah.
its eyes
That's
look
what
like
I tried
windows.
to buy so I can lug us all around on our adventures, but my dad won't let me buy it.
I don't think you need
But,
to go
um,
around with one of those.
Why not?
But
It's a
you-
fucking Scooby Doo
if you-
game.
But
if
you'll
you
be
look
taking
at-
stuff.
I would be taking stuff.
If
Anyway.
you look at its eyes, it kind of looks like a phone like battery charger. Like
Yeah.
you see how it looks like the battery's slowly draining.
Yeah, I see it.
Is that its eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's its eyes.
So like the white part will move when he looks. I want his like his sprite to just sit there and be like,
He's got shifty eyes.
And
Got
then-
shifty eyes the whole time.
And then Vicky Volt, the
Vicky
final
Volt-
evolution.
I'm gonna have a Vicky
Is
Volt on my
amazing.
team
I'm thinking I might too.
because I'm gonna name him Arwing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He looks like an
No,
Arwing.
actually no, because I don't know.
Yeah, he looks like an Arwing from Star Fox, and I love him.
See, for some reason
I see it now. Actually,
I
yeah.
just come
The Arwing.
yeah.
I like him.
and then they say the lore for it is said that Vicky Volt will carry charger bugs, so they could recharge their electric power
What?
because they're little batteries.
So, I guess that would make sense.
They just
if
store
they're little
energy, and then a
batteries.
Vicky Volt will pick them up so they can
So they
attack.
could just like go overhead and just drop
Drop
an
them?
ass load of them on people.
They just swarm people.
Yeah,
That's scary to think about, actually.
it's gonna be a scary ass region.
This actually does.
It's just like, yeah, it happens every month. Don't worry, because you're new to the region.
Yeah,
You're new to the region. And you just see the.
You just see like just a butt, like a whole
you just see,
wave
like-
of them,
and then,
the
like, when
professor's like, "You better get in some cover right
You
now."
need to get in cover. I take.
We're gonna start having darker Pokemon entries again, like with Yveltal.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'll drain the entire planet if you touch me. Like, I will end all life.
All right, and now to my personal favorite from the region so far,
I love him.
Tapu Koko,
Oh yeah,
and
I
he's
can't wait to see what they do with this guy.
He's the-
Because he looks so cool.
he's the guardian of Mele Mele Island, which is Mele Mele's Hawaiian for yellow. Which we'll get more into that later when we get to the actual map, but Tapu Koko is the guardian of that island, which makes me consider there are probably 3 more guardians for each island,
Which I would love.
which I would love too.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
and
and
do you
the-
think they would pull like kind of like a Reggie type thing to where like there's
Well,
like one that like controls them all,
well, when he closes,
like the third.
that's what
kinda
they
like,
think, kind of
well,
like Zygarde does,
it's
or
gonna
no,
be a
or
Voltron. It's just all 4
oh,
come
dude,
together.
Voltron's so cool. I've
4
I've
super
been
Pumas are gonna come together and make
I've
a
been-
giant super Puma.
I've been forcing Brandon Pie to watch it every night before we go to bed. Voltron, and
I just want to turn it off.
the new one on Netflix.
Not
it's
because-
really good.
Is
not-
it really?
not
It's really. We'll watch it tonight.
Because I remember watching the
I'm
original.
so tired of watching it. It's
Why?
not that it's bad. It's just I want to go to sleep and I can't go to sleep with that background noise.
Why?
I'm so used to sleeping without a TV and silence.
I can't go to sleep
oh,
without
you gotta,
background
you gotta,
noise.
like, I had to
We'll watch it tonight.
adapt to that so bad.
Yeah, I hate it.
All
But
right.
anyway,
But when he closes his mask, like you see that
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
Hawaiian
mask.
mask, and
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
he
warrior-
looks like a rooster.
I thought it was a warrior mask. They said.
It's Hawaiian warrior mask. It's
Okay, it
like
was,
their
okay.
shield mask.
Yeah, and he goes like this, and it like closes in, and then you
It
see the full
closes in,
design.
and you see that sticks out, and then that sticks out, and he looks like a rooster. Like this is the chin gobble,
Yeah.
and this is
Gobble.
the head gobble.
Is that what you call them?
Yeah, that's what they're. I
Hey,
think.
first
you're
of all,
gonna
the
call
one
them.
on top's called Crown, I believe.
No, it's a gobble.
I think it is
yeah,
a
it's
crown.
gobble. It's
But
a gobble
anyway,
brand.
all right.
But
so
which
let's-
makes people think they're gonna stack on top of each other and they're gonna be called the tower. I read this on a leak because
Tower chickens.
no, not all of them are gonna be chickens. I don't think, but the guy got fired from European translation team, and it said like he's released a lot of the information. Is it true or not? Who knows?
Hopefully.
But yeah,
I'd like that, I guess.
then they
kind of.
join together to make a tower.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
guess.
Now to Dunsparce's evolution.
this is great. I'm so happy they
He-
released a
Drampa.
dragon type already.
Oh man.
I like Drampa's
That-
design.
Happy Drampa.
Pappy
Listen,
Drampa.
I like him because
Hello,
his,
Pappy.
his Pokédex entry just goes so well with the way he looks. He
He's
looks
a
like a really
pedophile.
he looks like a really old Pokemon. Like think like an old
He does
man.
look like a pedophile.
Okay, hold on. But his Pokédex entry says he's really careful and gentle around children. Okay,
He's a
so he's great.
pedophile.
So I'm naming him Herbert.
No, he goes to schools.
He goes to schools and plays with the
and
children.
plays with the children while they're on at recess and waits for, and if somebody hurts the child,
Oh wait, no,
He
the
would.
children slide down his weird ass neck. Oh my god, I wouldn't want if I found out my children were sliding down a weird grandpa dragon's neck
I would beat the
on
shit out of that
recess.
guy.
Oh my god, that
But
that
he
school
attacks.
would be sued so
He
fast.
attacks any person who tries to hurt children he likes. Children he doesn't like, fuck them.
Yeah.
So
here,
you think
here,
he
I got
just
it right
has
here.
a cave?
I got it right here. Drop
where
our.
he keeps
He
children?
lives on top of mountains.
Yeah, I got
And
it right
he
here.
comes down every morning to go play with kids during recess.
I got it right here. Drampa are dragons that live alone in the mountains, 10,000 feet above sea level. Since they can't obtain berries they feed on in that range, they descend to the mountains at dawn every day. Drampa love communicating with people and Pokemon. While Drampa is usually very gentle at Pokemon, it can fly into a rage if a child it cares for is hurt in some way. So it's super
Super protective.
protective. but it has one of my favorite abilities. It's called Berserk, and it raises the Pokemon special attack by 1 stage if its health falls below 50%.
That's nice.
So
it's going to be a
wait
good.
to see Choden sliding down his neck in the anime. Make that happen.
but its second ability, Sap Sipper, is like Goodra. So grass moves, it absorbs grass moves.
And I really like his design.
I'm excited about the next.
A lot of people like to think. I don't think it's true. Like I said in the beginning, but a lot of people think Dunsparce is going to evolve into Drampa.
It's a push.
And it's what they want, and they're thinking it in their head.
Yeah, it's a push.
And I wanted to.
I wouldn't be mad. But it's a push.
I can.
It gives something else.
I can like that. I can like that fan fiction.
It can give something
like
else
that.
Ash will never catch in anime.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about the anime. Like every time he sees a Dunsparce, he's like, "Oh, a Dunsparce!" Tries to catch it.
Yeah.
And then it's gone before he can even get a Pokeball.
Is he ever gonna catch a Dunsparce?
I hope at the end of the series, like when he hangs up his hat,
comes up to him, he's all like,
and he just puts the Pokeball to his head. And
yeah, like the little grubbin on the sidewalk, sizzling. You just go.
Yeah, me and Caleb were talking about this from the competitive aspect. It's a counter. It's a perfect counter for one of the new metas, Giratina, because he's Ghost Dragon.
And this is a normal dragon.
This is a normal type dragon, so he's immune to all the ghost damage. So that's what we were talking about with competitive. Another new highly competitive Pokemon that we know is coming.
This is the best designed Pokemon ever. Actually, I think there's no contest ever. Bruxish.
Oh my god.
It's so beautiful. I would stick my dick in its mouth, actually.
I wouldn't do that, but I'd do something to it.
I've grown to it. I don't like it, but I've grown to it.
I don't like it, and I don't think I'll ever grow to it. Because it looks nasty as shit.
I just don't like it, but the fish that it is made of,
it doesn't hurt.
Like the fish that it is designed off of, it looks just like it.
Yeah.
Like you can't get mad about that. It's a perfect design for the fish it is.
The huka huka nuka nuka apua a hame hama hama niki hu.
But one of his this
That's
is another,
actually I think the name.
This is another highly competitive meta changer. It stops all priority moves and makes them null and void. They do no damage
Ever.
at all.
Never.
And that's just gonna, all the fake out people, the Aqua Jets, what's another really used move? I can't think of one right now, but fake out mostly.
Fake out
competitive in Pokemon.
Fake out and
the one it's really gonna stop. That's what people like.
And the Talonflames with their flying priority with Gale Wings. But next is now the most adorable new addition. Cutiefly.
I love Cutiefly to death. Like when I first saw that, I was like, I'm basically going to skip catching every single Pokemon until I find that, just so that'll be the first Pokemon I catch in this region. Because I absolutely love Cutiefly. I hope.
I feel like I could just step on it.
Right?
It can
like it looks so fragile.
Its size makes it look like it couldn't take an attack. It's
not viable. Have they shown any gameplay of Cutiefly?
Yeah, in the trailer.
Is it tiny?
Yeah, it's really tiny.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the whole big trailer with them all.
All
the 7
remember it, I don't think.
The English trailer, you just didn't watch it.
We literally all watched it. And me and Brandon remember nothing. We just watched it and said, "Oh, cool, Pokemon," and then went back to whatever we were doing.
Yeah,
Caleb probably sat there. And
I watched it. I watched it 7 times.
See?
I'm not joking. I watched it 7 times. I analyzed it myself. I went through and I watched I watched Game Explain. I watched Tyranitar Tube. I watch
him too.
All those big Poketubers. And that's what they're called.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's their term. Huh. And I just watched their analyses. Game Explain especially. They're really shout out to Game Explain. I like them. They don't need a shout out. They should. They should shout out us. But do it. We got 27 subscribers, dude. We're up to 30.
Yep. When I looked on it today, we had 30.
No shit.
We hit 30, bros.
Well, this is a 30K special.
Look at that. I totally forgot. We probably should have started it with that, but
Caleb, 30, not 30K.
30,000 people are watching us live right now.
Caleb's in a puddle now.
40,000?
No, 30, Caleb. That's
50?
it. That
50,000?
30, Caleb.
Almost.
1
We're
million?
almost there.
No, like,
A billion subscribers.
I don't want to put him down.
You don't
Wow.
have to, Brandon.
We
Just
really
shoot 'em
made
right
it.
here.
Right,
Right here.
right here.
This is actually I like
Now
this one
the
better.
Pikachu clone of this generation, which
Another Dedenne.
I like it better
no,
than the
I
Dedenne.
actually never noticed that there's a Pikachu clone in every generation for
Is there really?
somehow.
I
Minun
didn't
and
notice.
Plusle.
Yeah,
Pichu
Minun-
kind of was added in
Yeah,
Gen 2.
it's
I
But then-
Pikachu, Minun, and Plusle.
Minun and Plusle.
Meryl was like that. Meryl wasn't exactly one, but it was like that.
Meryl, yeah.
Well, just because it's
'Cause-
a mouse doesn't mean it's going to be a clone, though.
Yeah,
no,
that was-
no, but there's
no,
an electric
Meryl was-
Pokemon with little circle cheeks. It's Emolga,
Meryl was called Pika Blue.
Pachirisu.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blows your fucking mind. Pikachu clone every
Didn't
game.
they call Meryl Pika Blue
Dedenne?
for a while?
Yeah, a lot of people call him Pika Blue.
Yeah.
But this is what we're talking about is Togedemaru.
Yep.
He's a little steel electric type hedgehog.
I do like the whole. He's a hedgehog?
Yes,
He's
he's a hedgehog.
dude, he's a fucking hedgehog, bro.
I,
The little spines come up.
Yeah, I.
Oh my god,
actually-
they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
He's-
watch the
when he-
gameplay
when he,
after this.
When he like tightens down
Just
like this,
like-
like he'll spike up.
And
Just
that's
like
actually
my Sonic OC.
Oh my god! Stop. No, I actually really like him.
his and that's not a tail. That's just a piece of hair that sticks out.
What?
Yeah.
No, he's kidding.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And he has the ability Lightning
I
Rod.
love this.
Yeah, he has.
He's
the
He has lightning rod?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh man.
So he's like Manectric. Is
All
that the
these
one that gets it?
Pokemon
Yeah.
are just.
I'm liking all of them. A lot of people don't like any of them.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude, there's a
well,
lot
guess
of
what?
people-
Burn in hell, you guys, because these guys are like the cutest little shits you can ever find.
Yeah, that's kind of like the problem. They're like, oh, they're running out of designs, but
Fuck you,
I
I'm
don't
fine
see
with
it.
this.
I think these
I
are
don't fucking
great.
see shit. Cutie
My-
Fire, that's original.
Now next to my, I think I've said this like 4 times, but my favorite Pokemon coming
Right
up.
here, right here.
So Landit,
Predictions, we got them.
Oh, yeah.
Fire, Poison,
Boom.
and he can poison. His ability Corrosion allows him to poison any Pokemon, other like type because they're type wise. So
Yeah.
Steel
Yeah.
and other poison type can get poison.
But what's the koala's name again?
Kamala.
Kamala cannot
Or-
be poisoned though, because his ability counteracts it.
Yeah, it's his ability. It's
Yeah.
ability versus ability, not type versus ability.
Yeah, corrosion only goes through typing. So, poison types can be poisoned, and steel types can be poisoned. So I really
Yep.
liked that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
gonna be
he's really
changing.
cool.
He's changing the meta.
Yeah.
He's changing.
I love his design.
I do
he's
too.
Like the.
He's a
amazing.
salamander bandit.
He's a
He's
salamander
he's
bandit.
like he looks all like.
And then he sits like a frog.
Yeah,
in
he's
the-
like-
in
he
the
sits
gameplay.
like I just
Sits like
said a
Greninja.
joke.
Or not Greninja. He sits like Froakie.
I
Yeah.
said something
I said
racy.
something funny. Do it.
He's like a little schoolgirl.
ooh
Yep, it's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, he's changing the meta. He's making poison.
nasty.
Fuck your
more
asshole.
viable. He's
Now to
The
the
big
two,
boys.
the two name legendaries of the game, Solgaleo and Lunala.
Or
Which
Yu-Gi-Oh characters. They look like Yu-Gi-Oh.
that yeah, I
monsters.
know. I will give you that, but
They do.
Sol
They really do.
Solgaleo looks kind of like a Zoid.
He
The,
does.
Let's go ahead and talk about the sun Pokemon.
Let's,
that's weak to fire.
Let's
Yeah.
wait. Let's go back. Let's go back. What your team Moon?
Yeah.
Team
Moon.
Moon. Me and Anthony are gonna be Team Sun. Just because
No, Tyler's team.
Anthony's
Sun.
son.
Anthony was going Moon.
No, he's going Sun.
Did you change his mind?
He's been changed his mind. He's told you that like 4 times.
I don't listen to him.
Well, join Team Moon because we have traitors in the group.
Yeah.
No, Team Sun, dude.
I like Moon better. Moon just sounds better.
I
to me.
think if this game does what I think it's gonna do to me, this is gonna be one of the only Pokemon games where I buy both copies.
I
'Cause-
started buying both copies in X and Y and quit in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
So
Well,
what do you mean? You can't
same
start.
gen. That one gen.
And I'm thinking I'm gonna start up again, but I already pre-ordered Sun, cause
So,
I'm
Yeah, I
giving
gotta
in-
do that too. I gotta prove
giving into that market of bullshit.
This
pre-orders.
one for sure though, the moves changed their the way they look. This one gives them a new form when they do their ultimate attack,
Yeah.
right?
So yeah, so,
Which is
well, let's talk about the base
I-
Pokemon first. Let's
yeah,
talk about the
yeah.
base Pokemon first. Let's start with Solgaleo. Steel Fire. No wait, no.
Steel
Psychic. Steel
It's
Psychic.
not even fire type.
nope. He's
and
weak to fire.
but he can eat the sun.
Yes.
I guess.
Well,
I
the
mean,
sun's made of gas, dude, not fire.
It's okay.
The sun's a star. But yeah,
Stars and shit. Cool.
Team
Cosmos.
and apparently these legendaries are supposed to play a bigger role in the story than they ever have.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
But
what we've been
I mean,
told.
it's the sun and moon.
You don't need neither.
Yeah.
That's not
Infinite
how this
cold.
works.
Infinite cold.
Infinite.
Oh, dude, all
high
the ice
tides,
type.
No tides.
You know,
Just no tides
the
at all.
moon, you wouldn't even be able
Fuck
to
the
see the
tides.
moon. Here's my argument between sun and moon. You wouldn't be able to even see the moon at night if it wasn't for the sun.
Fucking said
He's
this.
got a point. He's
No,
got a
I
point.
said this at a Chinese restaurant
Did
like
you?
a few months ago, and you all dicked on me about it. It's like, Brandon,
Did
you're
we?
stupid. You talk about you think the moon is just something you can turn on like a nightlight.
No, that was
And I'm
Anthony.
like,
That's
No,
something
that was-
Anthony
that
was
was
saying.
Anthony.
That's
That
an
was
Anthony
Anthony.
thing if I've ever heard one. Holy
Remember
shit.
that shit?
What, you think you just turn the moon
And
off
I'm
like
all
it's a
like, what the
nightlight?
fuck are you talking about? Oh my god.
And then he
it
probably
pissed me
said
off.
the moon is
That
just
was the
a
first time I got
gateway to
actually
heaven.
pissed off in a long, long time. I was like, really, Anthony? But yeah.
But okay, let's get to Lunala. What is it? He's ghost psychic.
No, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
ghost
Psychic.
psychic.
Psychic ghost.
Yep.
It looks like you can just tear his wings right off. They
Yeah,
look like
like
sails.
I feel like if I had a big buck knife, I could run up to it, poke like 4 holes into it, and
It'll
it'd
never
crash.
At first,
fly.
I
It'd
thought.
crash to the
At first, I
ground.
thought he was holding on to them, and then
Yeah.
he was gonna like let go of them or something
Like
like that. during one of his
boomerangs?
attack animations, but
Yeah, he's a bat.
it looks like it's attached to his body, poor sadly.
He's a bat.
He's a
He's
bat.
back.
He's a little bat.
Yeah.
And then
You know.
Magirna.
Bats are awesome.
Which
Which
he has
we've-
he has like a multi-scale ability now.
Ooh.
Remember his shadow shield? It
Oh, yeah.
take less damage at full
Oh yeah,
health.
let's talk about that. Yeah, let's not.
Sungaleo's is
Solgaleo, he does what? More damage. Here,
full
here, I
steel
can-
body.
Yeah, it's like clear body.
Yeah, but I can't remember the name
It's,
of it exactly.
Let's see, it's not telling us. It's genderless apparently. Full metal body.
Full metal body. Yep, that's what
And it's
It's genderless that triggers me.
it is. Stop.
what do you prevents stat reduction caused by Pokemon's moves or ability.
Yep. So no intimidate users are gonna really mess with him too much.
Mhm.
What was his attack though? It's called sun something strike.
Sun fuck you strike.
Yeah, something like that. And
Sun is better than Moon Strike.
they
probably.
said that it might be a multi-type attack, such
Yeah,
as
it's-
flying
What?
press.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know
like
that.
Flying Press was.
I overlook a lot of stuff in Pokemon.
Yep.
I really do.
You're not a real fan.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you put more time in those games than all
You
of
take
us.
shit too far.
And you take
I just realized that you put more time in that game than all of us.
Oh yeah.
I like to restart because I like the
that's
story
because
better
I spend
than
all my time
competitive.
playing with them and loving them, and then like I find out how like they're truly murderous creatures, and I just feed them cupcakes and
See,
shit.
my problem is I would have more time in the one game, but I like to restart the story over and over
He does.
and over.
Yeah.
He does. A lot.
I usually do that at least once with
And now
each
with
Pokemon
with
game.
Pokebank, it makes it so
It
much
makes it
easier
so
to do
funner, actually, because
Funner?
it's like you want to be dicked in the jaw.
it.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Lunala. Now the better of the two.
Yeah, he looks
You
like a
know,
little
Anyway,
bitch. To
he
be honest,
is weak
don't fuck up my
to
hair.
dark type.
That's fine.
But he has,
can't go to the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, so it's like Lunala has a multi-scale basically, so he takes less damage at full health, and his special attack is Moongeist Beam.
You sure? That sounds like a Dragon Ball Z move.
Yeah, which they believe that one might be a dual typing too, but I don't know for sure. But I know that they both have two forms after they do their final attack.
Yes, Solgaleo's
Are-
Radiant Sun phase and Lunala's Full Moon phase.
Yeah.
They're not
did
Mega
not-
Evolutions, they're phases.
Yeah, I did not know about that.
Yeah.
When you scrolled down the page, I saw that and like my balls dropped, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
I absolutely love these. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We don't know anything really about them yet, do we? I
No.
think it's
What?
just basically.
It's like
seen.
after they
I
use
guess
their.
they could run with since everything runs on real time now.
Mhm.
You know, I guess they could do that, but I guess it'd be kind of hard to program. Well, kind of not because
Whoa.
you know
He's
the
talking about
different-
like
the
day
different
and night
places.
cycles.
The
Oh
different
no!
places.
It happens after every
It's after
time
their
they
attack.
use their primary
Okay.
move.
Their special attack.
Just a cool thing, I guess.
Now let's move on to the Munchlax of this region, Magirna. We've
I
known
just-
about it
oh
for
my
2
God.
years.
This a Smurgle that sketches the movie just starts ripping apart and having like I didn't know this happened.
Yeah,
he
like,
can
I
sketch.
remember seeing it, and I'm all like,
Magirna, we've known about
I thought it was
Magirna.
some stupid fan fiction at first.
Magirna?
I
We've known about Magirna for
love
2 years.
Magirna.
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 Yeah.
Metal Diancie.
Yes. It's a steel fairy type, and it has a really cool ability for double battles. If the Pokemon that you have or any Pokemon faints during the fight, it gets a boost, and its stats. its special attack gets raised. So, if you got a Pokemon that's about to faint, say its name because I'm gonna pronounce it.
Magearna?
It's still up. It'll get a boost in special attack, and then it's gonna be like Swords Dance setup.
Okay.
But yeah, I like it actually. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I actually heard a couple theories, like there's the 4 guardians of the 4 islands, and then Magearna's the guardian of the artificial island.
There's an artificial one?
Yeah, right in there in the middle.
Oh.
Yep.
The artificial
That would
Pokemon.
make super.
The artificial
super duper
Pokemon
sense.
is the guardian of the artificial island.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I did look into it a little bit. The one where what's it called? What's the last one? Fire water type.
Volcano.
Volcaiano.
Volca.
Whatever.
Steampunk.
The steam eruption Pokemon.
Volca.
He is chasing that Pokemon, and she doesn't normally look like that. It's after years because she's been alive. After all these years, she used to look like a Pokeball at the bottom.
Well, she can still form into the Pokeball.
Yeah, but no. I'm talking about like the bottom was painted like a Pokeball,
Oh, really?
and like all of it just wore away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would
'Cause-
look. Is that really?
I don't know for sure, but
It
I remember
doesn't
seeing
really
it.
look like
feel
it
like I remember
because-
seeing it in the
Well, when
video.
she closes up, she looks like a Pokeball.
Yeah.
But like that, I don't see it either.
Yeah, I don't. I'll have to show y'all later if I can find it. But yeah, I remember in the trailer I could have swore I saw her like that.
All right, let's move on to the characters we know about so far. There's Hala. He is the guy who gives you your Pokemon.
Okay.
And some people think he doesn't command Tapu Koko, but he can call upon Tapu Koko. He's like
So
village
he's-
elder.
so
He's like the
he's-
village elder.
Okay, so he's gonna be the main villain.
No,
Allow
Dude,
me to
dude.
crush your dreams. He's
Dude,
gonna be the
that's
main
life.
villain.
dude.
Yeah.
Don't-
Allow me to crush
don't.
your dreams.
I like him. He looks like my
I know
he
he
looks
does.
like
I
my
mean-
grandpa.
I like to call him the Hawaiian Samurai.
Oh my.
He does. He actually does look like my grandpa.
What's
though.
that in his
That's the-
belt? What's that in his belt?
It's
That's
like a
fucking
wood
to cut
sword.
off your head.
No, it's
Yeah.
like a fan. It's actually a fan.
It's
I
a
think.
fan.
To cut off
I
your
thought it was a
head.
wooden
If we
sword.
could click on it and look.
Yeah, I thought it was a wooden sword.
Actually, it's a fan.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It
it's a
does
fan.
look like a fan. Yeah.
Okay, and then there's
This hot piece
Professor
of candy.
Kukui, which, oh, dude, I would take him.
Oh
and
my
I would
God.
let him inside
Him
me.
and Professor Sycamore.
Oh,
Holy shit.
oh, they'd make a perfect gay baby.
Right. Oh!
A lot of people thought Hala was gonna be Professor, and Kukui would be your
I didn't see
be
that.
his.
I didn't see that because of Sycamore.
Yeah.
And so I was all
Well,
like,
people thought that because Hala gives you your Pokemon, and not Professor Kukui.
well, yeah, but
And they're both plant names.
well,
And they
did-
just called
did-
him Kukui in the beginning
did,
and Hala. They wanted
did
you to.
Sycamore have assistant?
Yeah, he had.
Yeah, he had two.
He had two.
Yeah, but they didn't give you the Pokemon though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they followed you into Team Flare's base.
And then there, Professor
He
Kukui.
looks like he can kick ass.
He's a type of professor. He's a type of he's a type of professor
That was some
that
hot tongue I can do.
he professor.
Oh damn, I'm wet. All right, anyway.
He's a tissue.
He's a type of he's like the move professor. He takes Pokemon moves on his own body.
What?
Yeah.
So,
So
we
wait,
can
wait,
just
hold on.
sit there and just
So
just
what is
go
he-
like
he's
solar
like-
beam on my
he's
nuts?
like-
Come on,
He's like, yo, what's
Hit me.
up, bro? Hit me with that tackle. Oh, fuck. And then
dude.
he
The
dies.
anime is gonna be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
You're just gonna walk into like a Rhyhorn, just going boom right into his chest. He's like, I do this for fun.
In the name of science.
and he's
You
like
see him double over. And he's like, oh, the future is now.
what?
Thanks to science. God damn, I hate my job.
And then Ash comes out of nowhere. So cool.
I just love. I hate
Wow,
my
that's
job.
so cool.
I just love the way Brandon put it. I hate my job.
Get a fucking sound waves. God damn it.
Oh, I hate my job.
And then
Oh,
The mysterious
there's
assistant.
Lily. She's the assistant.
she looks adorable.
Oh, I would
There's.
have her.
I have found no info on her.
There isn't any info.
I
on
know
her.
she's
a
actually.
mysterious.
I think she.
She doesn't like Pokemon battles.
She's going to be the bad guy. Think about it. She doesn't.
I
Would you
think
stop?
she's
No,
gonna.
think
I
about it.
know.
She doesn't
I think,
like Pokemon battles.
I think she's gonna.
She
be,
wants to get rid of all Pokemon, so there's peace.
She
for
doesn't.
everyone.
She doesn't want to get rid
She's
of Pokemon.
gonna be like a new
she feels
N.
bad for Pokemon.
Yeah, she feels bad. She thinks her.
But
it's like-
I have a feeling that she's like.
N?
But N did fight.
Well, yeah, but
N
like
would,
so-
N would fight.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
he would. He.
Do you
But,
guys remember when I was talking about the European translator guy?
Yeah.
He also said that she is apparently the main villain's daughter.
Huh.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, somebody was right for once.
You weren't
Brandon-
right. She's not
No,
the main
shut up.
villain.
Shut up.
Villain.
She-
She's not the villain,
I
dude.
swear to God.
Villain?
Who has money on them?
I don't.
I'll bet you $2 right here.
$2?
$2 right here. She's not gonna be. The
I'll
bad
put down
guy.
$2.
She's not the bad guy.
Not bad
I
guy.
don't like messing with money. I need money.
Dude, you'll get $4 if you
Yeah,
win this.
That's a lot of money.
But you
You'll
gotta
be
give
rich.
$4.
No, but he only has to put down 2.
Yeah, I only gotta put that.
We'd only have to split down
because
split
you
a
both think
dollar.
Okay,
I'm
that's
wrong.
fine. Oh, we know. Ooh.
Oh,
Is he gonna back?
Kitty
Is he
has
gonna...
claws.
His claw.
If he's going back, you going back, boy?
So how?
How? He is
Yeah.
your
He
is
is
your,
adorable. I
your
love him.
rival, and it's weird. He picks the Pokemon weak to you.
Yeah.
For once,
Yeah.
watch it be like
Well, technically,
inverse battles every time you fight.
Yeah.
well, technically, wasn't Serena wasn't your rival? It wasn't that other chick.
Serena was your rival.
Yeah,
was your
Serena
rival?
was a rival. Everybody was a rival.
Yeah, I was about to say you had multiple rivals, but
Well,
you
no,
fought,
like Tyranno and
Well,
Trevor
this was
didn't
also
like
the
the fight,
first.
Yeah.
This was also
and the other chick
first
was weak as
game.
shit.
yeah,
This was also the first game to where like you had like a full party of people, not just like
Yeah.
you and your rival, and then you split off.
because you can get the nickname.
You kind of all kind of like
because
traveled
you know,
at around the same pace.
because you know everyone nicknamed themselves God.
Oh man, yeah.
Do you want
I
me to
named
call you
myself
God?
Drizzle.
Do you want us to call you God?
Did I fucking stutter?
I was called Yeezy. So,
Yeezy?
you know, I'm more.
But yeah, all in all, I love the region.
Let's
I
go
think It's
around.
gonna be super fun, super duper duper.
If you
really
had
super
to,
duper.
if you had to rate Pokemon Sun and Moon on how excited you are about it, from on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
I'd give it an 8.5. It's still got
8.5.
room to.
I'm at a 10.
I'm at a fucking
It's
10.
because I still got. I'm like I don't want to get too excited for it and then get my hopes down if I get too excited.
Oh, I've done that plenty of times, and Pokemon has always made me happy.
Pokemon's just
Except
a
for
game
Unova.
like
I didn't like Unova.
I didn't like Unova. I couldn't even beat the Elite Four. That's the one game I never beat.
Are you
I
serious?
got to the Elite Four.
I
Not
never
because
got to the Elite Four.
I got to the Elite Four and I said, "Fuck this, dude! I'm tired of this shit." And I
I don't know.
took
To me, it felt
and I
kind of like a chore. Not
It
to
fe-
like
the whole
hey,
game
I'm gonna
felt
go
like a
play
chore.
Pokemon. Kind of like, God, I gotta play Pokemon so I can get this done with. Like
because I want to be the best.
the very fucking best.
I don't
that
know.
get.
Like I never like. Yeah, it wasn't the best or anything like that, but it had some Pokemon that I actually liked.
yeah, I mean,
No,
they
I
did
will
have-
give it that they had
They
some
have
good
a lot
Pokemon.
of good Pokemon that came in, and then I was like, hey,
Yeah, because
Hey, I hate this fucking
I mean,
game.
Brandon, you know you love my Hydreigon.
oh,
He's my baby. Like he's the brutal Pokemon.
yeah.
All right. So, well, that was our Pokemon Sun and Moon podcast
Yay,
on the Snake Oil channel with your friends Caleb.
Brandon.
Brandon.
Peace out. Pussies.